Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-1 of May-June 2014. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we just have to express as a single fraction in its simplest form. So we have to find the LCM. As you can see, this one is x minus 4 squared. This one is only x minus 4. So the LCM will be x minus 4 squared. This one will remain x minus 2 times x minus 4. That will be x minus 2x plus 8 over x minus 4 square. And if you simplify, it will be 8 minus x over x minus 4 square. Okay, that is part A. Now part B, solve the equation. So let's see, what do we have here? We have 2x. So let's make 2x the subject of formula. So 2x is equal to 14 plus 3y. As you can see here, we have 6x plus 4y equal to 3. What is 6x? 6x is 3 times 2x. Now we know 2x already, so that will be 3 times 14 plus 3y plus 4y equal to 3. If you expand this, what is 3 times 14? So let's do this. That will be 42 plus 9y plus 4y equal to 3. So 9 plus 4, that will be 13y equal to, so 3 minus 42, that will be minus 39. So y will be minus 39 divided by 13, that will be minus 3. Now for the value of x, we know that 2x is equal to 14 plus 3y will be minus 9, which is 5. So x will be 2.5. So the value of x is 2.5 and y will be minus 3, right? Now let's move on to part C. Here we have solve this one. So we have to find the value of x. So let's expand. You will have x squared minus 4x equal to 6 plus x. Now bring everything to one side. You will have x squared minus 4x minus 6 minus x equal to 0. Now we simplify. We'll have minus 4 minus 1x with minus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. So it will be x, 6 is 1 times 6, you put 6 and 1 here. For it to be minus 5, it will be minus 6 plus 1. So x will be minus 1 and will be 6. So now a mistake that you may do is that you see you have x squared minus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. You may write this as, because we know that 6 is also equal to 3 times 2, you will write minus 5 will be minus 3 minus 2. But if you do minus times minus, it's supposed to give you plus, but here we have minus, so this cannot be your answer. In this case, this one will be your answer, because if you test plus times minus, that will be minus. So that's why it is this one is your answer and not this one. So now part D, simplify this one. First one, we have y squared minus 9 is equal to y squared minus 3 squared, which is y plus 3 times y minus 3. Now for 2y squared minus y minus 15, it is equal to, we have two brackets because it is square. I have 2y, y. What are the factors of 15? We know that 3 times 5 is 15. For us to get minus 1, we have to do minus 6 plus 5. Now we replace back, simplify, that will be y plus 3 over 2y plus 5. So this will be your answer for part D. Question number 2, we have part 1. X is an integer and is between 5 and 15 with those two inclusive. So what is the set of universal set? Let's write this down. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, this is the universal set. And this one, it is a multiple of 3, so you will have 6, 9, 12, and 15. And this one will be factors of 60. So you'll have 5, 6, 10, 12, and 15. And the last one, prime number, will have 5, 7, 11, and 13. These are prime numbers. So now part 1, find the number which is our number of elements, which is A intersecting B and intersecting C. As you can see, let's say we take 6. 6 is only present in this one but not in this one. 9, nope. 12, no. 15, no. So nothing is present in all 3 of those sets. So 0 will be your answer for the first one. Now for part 2, find A union B prime. So let's first find A union B to see what is in those 2. So let's see, we have 5, 6, we have 9, we have 10, we have 10, we have 12, and we have 15. So let's count. We have 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15. Right. Now for A union B prime, everything outside of this, you will have 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that will be the set that you are looking for. Now moving on to part 3. A number R is chosen at random from the universal set. Find the chance that R is in this set. In this set, let's see how many elements we have in A intersecting B. We have this one, and this one. So only 3 elements, which is 6, 12, and 15. So for R, number of elements is 3 in this. So the chance will be 3 over how many elements we have in total. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 3 over 11 will be your answer. Now for part 4, given that D is a subset of B and D is a subset of C, find D. So basically D is actually equal to B intersecting C. So let's find that. So B and C, the only element that is same is 5. So these 2 are intersecting. So 5 will be the only element of D. Okay, that is question part A of number 2. An activity camp offers 3 sports: tennis, so tennis T, C, and V for volleyball. Now on one day, 50 children took part in this sports. We have 50 people in total. Now it says 19 children played tennis, 34 children played cricket, and 23 played volleyball. Now 2 played all the 3 sports, 5 played tennis and cricket, and 10 played these 2. So let's use a Venn diagram to make this easier for us. So we have the set T, the set C, and the set V. So T, C, and V. So now 2 play all the 3 sports. You have 2 here. Then we have 5 play tennis and cricket, so 5, that will be 3. 10 play tennis and volleyball. So 10 play tennis and volleyball, that will be 8. And what else do we have? So we don't have this one, let's call this one X. Right. Now it says 19 children play tennis, so 19 play tennis. So who plays only tennis? So 19 minus 3 minus 2 minus 8. That will be 6 plays only tennis. And for this one we have 34 plays cricket. So for this one 34. So 34 minus 3 minus 2, 29. So 29 minus X plays only cricket. How about this one? Volleyball. So 23 minus 10 minus X plays only volleyball. That will be 13 minus X plays only volleyball. So question here, let's find out what is the value of X. So we know that if you add everything together, you will have 50. So let's do that. This one here is tennis, so 19 plus 29 minus X plus 13 minus X is supposed to give you 50. This one cancels out. So 19 plus 29 plus 13, that will be 61. and that will be minus x equal to this. So x will be 11. Value of x is 11. Okay. So part 1, find the number of children who played tennis and cricket but not volleyball. So tennis and cricket but not volleyball is 3. And part 2, cricket, volleyball but not tennis. So cricket, volleyball but not tennis will be x, which is 11. And cricket only will be 29 minus x will be 29 minus 11, that will be 18. So this will be your answers for question number 2. Now let's move on to question number 3. Zara owns a hairdressing salon. She buys a pack of 60 bottles of shampoo from a warehouse for $2.40. So 60 bottles is equal to $2.40. That's the first information that we have. She plans to sell the bottles to her customers for $5.50 each. So part 1, calculate the percentage profit Zara makes on each bottle she sells for $5.50 each. So how much does each bottle cost? It will be $2.40 divided by 60. That will be $4. So the percentage profit, it will be profit over original cost times 100. Profit will be 5.5 minus 4, will be 1.5 divided by, the cost will be 4 times 100. So 1.5 divided by 4 times 100. That will be 37.5% profit. Now part 2. Zara sells 45 bottles at the full price, then she sells the rest with a 20% discount. Find the total profit she makes selling all 60 bottles. So 45 at full price will be 5.5 plus 20% discount will be 0.8 at the of the current price times the rest, which is 15 bottles. The rest is 60 minus 45, 15 bottles. So 45 times 5.5, that's the first full price, plus 0.8. Why 0.8? Because it has a discount of 20%. So 20% is this one, which is 0.2 discount. So the price is basically 100% minus 20%, which is 80%, which is 0.8 of the price. So 0.8 times the price times the remaining bottle is 15 for the remaining bottles. That will be 313.50. So that's the price at which she sold all the 60 bottles. And now we have to find the profit. That will be 313.50 minus 240 for the profit. That will be 73.50. Now question number 3, we have, when the warehouse sells a pack of shampoo for $2.40, it makes a profit of 15%. Calculate the price for the pack of shampoo by the warehouse. So paid by the warehouse. So we know that this price here, he made a profit of 15%. So basically what it means is that 115% is equal to 240. So what is the price back to 100%? You have to do 240 divided by 115 times 100. So let's do that. 240 divided by 115 times 100. That will be the price that they paid. So 208.16 over 23. But let's write this down properly to one decimal place. So to the nearest cent will be 208.70 cents. That's how much they pay for each pack. Now for part 4, we have Zara borrows $2,500 from a bank to make improvements on her salon. She is charged 4.5% per year simple interest. She pays the money back after 3 years. Calculate the total amount of money she must pay to the bank. So pretty easy. So as you know that the amount is equal to, this one is simple interest, will be P plus I, where I is equal to PRT. So P is 25 plus $2,500 100. Rate is 4.5%, so times 4.5% times number of years 3. So 2500 plus 2500 times 4.5 over 100 times 3. That will be 2837.5. So 2837.5. She pays back this amount to the bank. Now moving on to part B. The exchange rate between dollars and pounds is given by this, and the exchange rate between dollars and euros is given by this. Now Luke changes $250 into pounds. So how many pounds did he receive? Well, pretty easy. So we know $1 is equal to this pounds. So 250, we just have to multiply by 250. So 0.64 times 250. That will be 160 pounds. Now for part 2, complete the statement to show the exchange rate between pounds and euros. So as you can see here, we can replace this one in this one. So basically, from here we have 0.64 pounds is equal to 0.78 euros. So we have to convert the pounds to 1. So basically we have to divide by 0.6 on both sides. So to make it become 1 on this side, you have to divide by this, equal to 0.78 divided by 0.64. So here we will have 1, and here we will have what? 0.78 divided by 0.64. That will be 1.22. Correct to the nearest cent. So if you want to write everything, you can do that as well. So 1.21875. Okay, that will be question number 3. Let's move on to question number 4. Here we have a circle, center O, and we have A, B, C, D, E are points on the circle. Now AD is a diameter of the circle, which means ACB, D is right angled. So this angle here will be 90 minus 24. So 90 minus 24, that will be 66. Alright, so what is the question now? It says that the point F is the point of intersection between AD and CE. Okay, F. So part 1, find AD. So AD, A, D, E. So find this angle here. So pretty easy. This one is the angle on the same arc. It will be same as this one, which is 24. So AD is 24 degrees. Now for CED, where is CED? So CED. So find this one. This one will be angle on this one, same as this one. So let's find this one. So we know this is 90. We know this is 72. This is the third angle of the triangle. So 180 minus 90 minus 72. That will be 18. So if this is 18, this also will be 18. Okay, so this will be 18 degrees. Now CFD, where is CFD? So C is here, F is here, D is here. So find this angle. So if you know this, you know this, you know the third angle will be 180 minus 66 minus 72. That will be 42. 42, and let's see what else. So ABC. So I will have to find the angle ABC. So ABC. So how would you find this angle? So let's see, what do we have to find this angle? We can try to play with the shapes and see what can we derive, but most cases should be fine. So this is 42. This is a straight line. Let's find this angle here if you want to. That will be 180 minus 42. That will be 138. Now, what else can we use? So we can see that ABCF is a quad, but we don't know these angles. Let's see what else can we derive. So from this we can see that this angle is 7.2, which means this angle here. So this angle here, so the opposite angle needs to add up to, so wait, this two, actually this two. So let me just draw this outside to see which one is the opposite angle. So this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, so let's say we take out the shape A, B, C, and D. D is given by 7.2. Okay, so in this case, these two will be opposite angles. So this and this are complementary angles. So basically we know that angle B plus angle D needs to give you 180. So now we know D already is equal to 7.2, so B will be 180 minus 7.2. So 180 minus 7.2 will be 108. So angle here will be ABD will be 108. So that's your angle ABD. So that's part 4. Let's move on to this part. It says given that DC is equal to 4.5, calculate the diameter of the circle. So where's DC? So let's see, D is here, C is here. So DC is 4.5. Find AC. But you can see that ACD is a right angle triangle. So if you draw the shape here, you will see what can we use. So this is basically the triangle we have for this one. So this is A, C, and D. We know DC is equal to 4.5. This is 90. And we know this angle is 18, as we have seen before. And we have to find the diameter, which is AD. So since this is a right angle triangle, we can use SOHCAHTOA, right? So SOHCAHTOA, here we know this side, which is the opposite side. So this one, we have to find the hypotenuse. So we have to use sine. So sine of 18 equal to 4.5 over diameter, which is AD. So AD is equal to 4.5 divided by sine 18. So 4.5 divided by sine 18, that will be 14.6 centimeters. Now find DE. Where's DE? So D is here, E will be here. So find this length. So let's see, what do we know? We know that this angle here will be what? This is your center. Okay, so this is also 138. So let's see, what do we know in this triangle? So you can see we have triangle ECD. We have this triangle here. So let's take this out. We have triangle EDC. So EDC looks like this. More like that. Right? So this is CD. We know this is 4.5 still. And we know this angle is equal to, as you can see here, it is 24 plus 7.2. So 24 plus 7.2, that will be 96. And this is E here. And we know this angle here is 66. Write this down, 66. And this one here is 18. Right. So we know this angle, we know this side and this angle. We want to find this side, we know this angle. So we have to use the sine rule. So let's write this down. We know 4.5 over sine of 18 equal to ED or DE over sine of 66. So in this case, DE will become what? So this one will be 4.5 divided by sine of 18 times sine of 66. That will be 13.3. So 13.3 will be your value for DE. That is question number 4. Now question number 5 here we have, It is a part of a number grid, as you can see here. A square can be placed anywhere on the grid outlining 4 numbers. As you can see, we have a square here. It can outline 4 numbers. The numbers in opposite corners of the square are multiplies. So for example here, the squares here, these two are multiplied, so 9 times 14 minus 8 times 15. Just like you try to find the determinant, right, of this matrix here, 2 by 2. Now let's see, part 1. The grid is continued downwards, so it keeps moving downwards. If n represents the number on the top left, and complete the square with the expression. So what is this number here? As you can see, the difference between those two will be what? So if this is n, this will be n plus 1, and the difference here is 5, 6, 7. So it's not consistent. Let's see what can we find. What number can we use? Let's see. That will be n plus let's see what else can we do here, because I'm not too sure about this one. So let's move the grid on this side. Let's say we have this one. This will be n plus 1. So we plus 6, n plus 7. Oh, it's always same. Always plus 6 and plus 7. If you move it here, it will be plus 6 plus 7. Let's say you move this one here as well. It will be plus 6 plus 7. So basically this will be n plus 6, n plus 7. Right. Now for part 2, use your answer to part 1a to prove that the difference between the products of the corners is always 6. So let's do it. So this n times n plus 7 minus n plus 6 times n plus 1 needs to give you 6. Let's do this. So this will be n squared plus 7n minus, that will be n squared plus n plus 6n plus 6. So let's see, what do we have? Difference. Oh, I see. So I made a mistake here because it would have been in this direction. So you can see first we have to do 9 times 14, which will be this one first, and then this one. So basically here I made this one first and then this one. So let's change the position. It will be, this one will be in front and this one will be at the back. So let's do that. It will be n squared plus 7n plus 6 minus n squared plus 7n. It will be this way because we have to follow the same rule given to us. So if you expand, it will become n squared plus 7n minus 6, plus 6 minus n squared minus 7n. So these two cancel, these two cancel, you will have 6. So 6 will always be your answer for the difference. Now 10, moving on to part 11. It says here is a part of a different number grid. A cross can be placed anywhere on the grid outlining 5 numbers. Now we have a cross which has 5 numbers in the cross. The numbers in the cross are added together. So find and simplify an expression in terms of n for the sum of the cross. So this will be, as you can see, here it adds 10. So that will be n plus 10. Here you have to add 1, so n plus 11 minus 1, n plus 9. And you add 10 one more time, so n plus 20. This will be this one. And now, now find the expression in terms of n for the sum of the numbers on the cross. So let's add everything. So we'll have n plus 9 plus n plus 10 plus n plus 11 plus n plus 20. So we have n. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5n plus what? 9 plus 10 is 19 plus 11 is 30 plus 20, that will be 50. 5n plus 50. That will be the sum of the numbers in the cross. Now for part 2, the sum of the numbers in the cross is 330. Write this, complete this cross. So pretty easy. The sum here is 5n plus 50 equal to 330. Let's find the value of n. That will be 330 minus 50. That will be 280. N will be divided by 5. You will have 56. So this is the first value of n, 56. As you can see here, n plus 10 will be 66. That will be 76, 67, and 65. That will be your cross. And that is question number 5. Now question number 6, we have a candle is in the shape of a cylinder of radius 1.6 and height 7.5. So here we have a radius. So we have a cylinder, as you can see, and the radius here is 1.6 and the height is 7.5. Question: find the volume of the candle. As you know, volume of cylinder is what? Is pi r square h. So pi r square is 1.6 square times 7.5 for the height. So 1.6 square times 7.5 pi, that will be 60.3. 60.3, correct to 3SF for the volume of the candle. Now for part 2, 6 of these candles are packed into a box of height 7.5, as you can see here. Now this one, find the length and width of the candle. The length they have, so what is the diameter of this cylinder? It will be 2 times the radius. Radius is 1.6 times 2, that will be 3.2. So 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, so 3 times. That will be 9.6 will be the length, and the width will be just 2 times the radius. So 3.2 times 2, that will be 6.4. Okay, so the length will be 9.6 and the width will be 6.4. Now part B, calculate the volume of the empty space in the box. So let's first find the volume of the box. Will be length times width times height. So 9.6 times 6.4 times 7.5. That's the volume of the box. 7.5. That will be 460.8. Now what is the volume of the 6 candles? So we have to take this one here, which is 1.6 square times 7.5 pi times 6. That will be the volume of the 6. So now the difference, volume of empty space, will be this minus this. So 460.8 minus answer 98.9. So 98.9 will be the volume of empty space in the box. Now part B, the length of a rectangular photo is 17.8, correct to the nearest millimeter, which is 1 mm. So if you want to convert this to millimeters, from centimeter to millimeters, you have to multiply by 10. This will be 178 mm. Now the width is 127 mm, correct to the nearest millimeters. So part 1, calculate the lower bound of the area of the photo. So let's first find the lower bound of the length and the width. So the length is 178 mm. I have to do plus minus 1 over 2. Why is 1? 1 is here, over 2. That will become plus half. That will become 178.5, 177.5. Right, that will be for the length. Now for the width, that will be 127 plus minus half. That will be 127.5 and 126.5. So now this is mm. You have to find the area. Area is length times width for the lower bound. Convert this back to centimeters because the area is in centimeters squared. So this one you have to divide by 10, so that will be 17.75. This one will become, this is centimeters, will be 12.65 centimeters. So area will be this times this. 17.75 times 12.65, that will be 224.5375. So 224.5, that will be the lower bound for your area. Now part 2, Kate has a rectangular frame with length of 18 and width of 13. Both measured correct to the nearest centimeter, so 1 centimeter. Well, the photo definitely fit in the frame. Explain your answer. So let's find out. So how do you know the photo will fit in this frame or not? So you can find the area. So you can find the max area of the photo. So what is the max area of the photo? So we found the least area. Let's find the max area. The max possible area will be taking this one, which is 17.85 times 12.75. That will be 227.5875. That's the max area of the photo. Now let's find the minimum area of the frame. So what is the lower bound of this one? It will be, so let's find the minimum area of the frame. So what is the lower bound? Will be 17.5 times 12.5. That will be 218.75. So in this case, the answer is no, because the maximum, you would say the lower bound for the frame area is less than the upper bound for the photo area. Okay, that's why it would not definitely fit into the frame. Okay, now question number 7, that is section B. The variables x and y are connected by this equation. So we have to find these values here. So replace x, find y. So if x was equal to minus 3, what is the value of y? So minus 3 cubed divided by 2, minus 3 times minus 3 plus 1. That will be minus 3.5. And this one, that will be 27 divided by 2 minus 9 plus 1. Let's try again. 27 divided by 2 minus 9 plus 1, 5.5. How about this one? Let's try again. This one will be minus 27 divided by 2 plus 9 plus 1. Okay, fair enough. Complete table done. Now part B, we have to plot the graph. So the first one is minus 3 minus 3.5. So minus 3 is here, minus 3.5. This is 3.5 will be in between right here. Then we have minus 2, 3. Minus 2, 3 will be here. Then we have minus 1, 3.5. Oh, mistake. It's not here. It's minus 2 and then 3. 3 will be above here. Then we have minus 1, 3.5. Will be right here. Then we have 0, 1 right here. Then we have 1 minus 1.5. And then 2 minus 1 right here. And 3, 5.5. 5.5 will be right here. Okay, so now let's join all the points to form this smooth curve. So let's see what can we do here. Okay, so this one clearly goes in this direction. Let's try to draw this one first. x will go to this point. It has to be a smooth curve, so it will have to be more like this. Like this. This will be more like this. This will be more like this. Okay, so more like this smooth curve. Label the curve as y equal to x cubed over 2 minus 3x plus 1. So this is your curve. Now moving on to the next question, see what we have here. So part C, it says use your graph to solve this equation. This is basically y equal to 0. Find this equation. Where does it equal to 0? So let's see where does it cut your x-axis. Sorry, I meant at y equal to 0, it will be this line. So it will be first line is here, first point is here, second point is here, and third point will be here. So for this one I have what? 2.3, here will be 0.4, and here will be minus 2.6. So x will be equal to, first one is minus 2.6, or x can be 0.4, or I have x equal to 2.3. So we have three values of x. Now part D, it says by drawing a tangent, find the gradient of the curve at the point this. Of the curve at the point this. This is x equal to minus 2, 3. So minus 2 is here, 3 is this point. So find the gradient of the curve at this point. So pretty easy. You have to draw a tangent at this point. It will be about this. And you have to find one point here. This point will be what? Will be 1 point, and this one will be the other point. So one point here could be, this is minus 1, and then this is 5 here, so 5.9. And this one will be minus 3. And the value will be 0.2. So we have 2 points, we can find the gradient of the curve. So the first point is given by minus 3, 0.2, and minus 1, 5.9. Gradient will be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That will be 5.9 minus 0.2 divided by minus 1 minus minus 3. That will be 2.85. So 2.85 will be the gradient of the curve at this point. Now part E, the line AB intersect the curve at point P. Now we have the 2 points. First one, find the equation of AB. So pretty easy. We have the 2 points, we can find gradient. It will be y2 minus y1. So 5 minus minus 3 over 0 minus 2. That will be 8 over minus 2, which is minus 4. Now you use 1 point, this and this, that will be x, well, y. So y minus 5 over x equal to this. If you cross multiply, you will get y minus 5 equal to minus 4x. So the equation will be y equal to minus 4x plus 5. Now for part 2, the x-coordinate of the point P is a solution of this equation. Find C and D. So basically the point P is the point of intersection. So we have to solve a simultaneous equation, right? So the curve is equal to what? The curve is equal to y x cubed over 2 minus 3x plus 1. And we have the line equal to y equal to minus 4x plus 5. Now we have y here and y here, so we can replace in each other. So let's put this one here. You'll have minus 4x plus 5 equal to x cubed over 2 minus 3x plus 1. Now since you can see we have x cubed over 2 on one side, let's turn this one over here. You will have s cubed over 2 minus 3x plus 1. That will be plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. If you simplify, you will have x cubed over 2 plus x minus 4 equal to 0. Now if you compare, the value of c will be 1, value of d will be minus 4. X is 1x, so that's why you have this 2. And this will be question number 7. Now moving on to question number 8, we have a group of 80 students enters a quiz. The table shows their distribution. So first thing, we have to find the estimate for their mean score. So to find the mean, we have to first find the midpoints. Let's call them the midpoint x. Midpoint will be 5, 15, that will be 25, that will be 35, 45, and 55. And this is f, frequency, so we have to find fx times x and f. This is 20. What is 15 times 12? That will be 180. What is 25 times 16? That will be 400. What is 23 times 35? That will be 805. What is 20 times 45? That will be 900. 5 times 55, that will be 275. So we have to find the mean. The mean is equal to the sum of fx divided by number of students will be 80. So sum of fx, pretty easy. Add everything up together, you will have 20 plus 180 plus 400 plus 805 plus 900 plus 275 divided by 80. You have 32.25. So if you want to write this, that's fine as well, but correct to 3SF will be this one. So now part B, complete the cumulative frequency table for this scores. So less than 10 is 4, but less than 20 will be 12 plus 4, that will be 16. And less than 30, we have to add all these 3, so 16 plus 16, that will be 32. 23 plus 32, that will be, you can use a calculator, 55, but let's try. 55 plus 20, that will be 75, and then in the end you must have 80. So question part 2, it says on the grid, draw the horizontal axis from 0 to 60 using a scale of 2 to represent 10 points. So let's do that. Here you will have the horizontal axis from 0 to 60. So basically it's starting from 0. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So representing using 2 to represent 10. So that will be 10, 20, 60. Sorry, this is 30, 40, 50, and 60. Let's write 70 and 80 if you want to, but you don't need to. You can stop here. Now the next one, it says an vertical axis from 0 to 80 using scale of 2 to represent 20 students. So let's do this here, from 0 to 80. So representing 2 centimeters to represent 20. So that will be 20. That will be 40, that will be 60, and that will be 80. That's all that you need for your students. Now let's plot the points. You have, this is your x, basically this is your x and y. So 10, 4 will be your first value. So 10, 4 will be right here. Always, you can always plot 0, 0. It's always the case, in this case at least. Then we have 2016. 2016 will be, this is 10. 16 will be 3 squares right here. And we have 30, 32. 30, 32 is here. Then we have 40, 55. 40, 50, 55 is between. Then we have 50, 75 right here. And then we have 60, 80. That's it. Now let's join the points together to form a smooth curve. So you must draw this really well, because that's how you will get the other answers of your question, by drawing this curve properly. So let's connect. So I'm using a pen, so it's kind of hard, but if you're using a pencil, make sure your curve is smooth. So this one will be this. So my curve is not so great, but you get the idea. It needs to be smooth in this direction. So let's see what else can we do now. That is your answer for this one. And then next question, it says, so use a graph to estimate the median score. Median is half the value, which is number of people is 80. That will be your 40th value. So using your curve, you have to draw the lines. So 40th value is here. So for this one, you have to show your work for your answers. So for me, I have about 30, so 31, 32, 33, 33.5. So my median score is 33.5. Now for part B, find the range. So we have to find Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is equal to 3 over 4 times 80, which is the 60th value. And Q1 is equal to 1 over 4 times 80, which is the 20th value. So let's find each value. So 60th value, where is that? Will be on this line. So let's connect this one to this one, and then find the corresponding value. You will have this one here. This one is 42. And let's find the 20th value. This to this will be, that will be the 23rd value. So as you have seen, this is 42 and 23 minus, for the range, 42 minus 23, that will be 19. Okay, now part C. Students who scored more than 40 points can enter the next round of the quiz. So more than 40 points. So 2 of these students are selected at random. Find the chance that both students scored more than 50 points. So first let's find out how many students score more than 40 points. So here you have the point here. So more than 40 points will be, so here we have basically, let's look at this one. So less than 40 points will be on this side, and more than 40 will be these two groups, which is 25 people scored more than 40. So 25 people scored more than 40 points. So of this group of people, 2 students are selected from 25, right? What are the chances that both students score more than 50? So more than 50 here is only 5 people. So basically, the first one has a chance of 5 over 25, and then has a chance of 4 over 24. So 5 over 25 times 4 over, that will be 1 over 30. That's your chance. That will be question number 8. Now question number 9, we have the diagram shows a field of a horizontal ground. It's flat. The side AB is next to a straight line XY. AB, XY. Okay. Now AB is 130, BC is 164, and angle is 115. First one, find AC. AC, you can see we have to use the cosine rule. So cosine of 115 is equal to 130 square minus 164 square, sorry, plus, minus, let's call AC, let's call this as, okay, let's just call it AC. AC square divided by 2 times 130 and 164. So if you cross multiply, you will have what? So on one side you have 2 times 130 times 164 times cos of 115. Let's try again. So cos of 115 is minus times 2 times 130 times 164. That will be this much. And then if you want to make AC square the subject, you have to do 130 square plus 164 square and then send this one over here will be minus answer. That will be 61816.4. So AC will be square root of that. You will get 248.6. That's the value for AC. Now for part B, work out the area of the field. Pretty easy. Area will be half sine of the angle in between, which is 115, times the two sides. That will be the area of the field. So half of sine 115 times 130 times 164. That will be 9661.2. 9661.2 will be area of the field. Now part C, the field is to be sown with grass seed. Each square meter of the field is sown with 3.2 grams of seed. So basically for 1 square meter it will be 3.25 grams of seed. The seed is only sold in 5 kg bags. How many bags must be bought? So we know the area of the region is given by 9661.2 meters square. So how many grams will we need? We will need times, right? So we will do 9661.2 times 3.25. That will be, we will need 31399.03 grams of seed. So if it in kg, that will become 1, 2, 3. You will need 31.399 kg of that seed. Now the bag is only sold in the bags of 5 kg. So one bag is 5 kg. So for 31.399 kg, how many bags would you need? You would have to do 1 divided by 5 times 31.399. So divide by 5, that will be 31.399 divided by 5, that will be 6.2798, which means you will need 7 bags of the seeds. Now part D, a bird is hovering directly above B. The angle of elevation of the bird from A is 18.5. Find the height of the bird above B. Now we have A, so AB, basically AB, and the bird is straight above B. This is B, and this is A, and the bird is here. Let's call it X. Now the angle of elevation from A will be 18.5. So this angle here is 18.5. We know this is a right angle here, 90, and the length of AB is given to us according to question is 130. So you have to find the height of the bird above B. So find the height. We have to use SOHCAHTOA because it is a right angle triangle. So here we know this side is equal to what? Is the adjacent side, which is this and this. We have to find the opposite side, which is this. So we have to use tan. Tan of 18.5 is equal to height over 130. So height will be 130 tan of 18.5. So let's solve. So 130 tan of 18.5. That will be 43.5. So 43.5 is the height above B. Now for point E, calculate the shortest distance from C to the road XY. So the shortest distance, as you can see here, whenever you see shortest distance, it always means the perpendicular distance. So we have to find this distance. Let's call this distance S as the shortest distance. This will be 90 degrees here. So what do you need to know? This is a straight line. This angle here will be what? 180 minus 115. That should be 65. So we know this length. We are trying to find this length. So we have to use SOHCAHTOA because it's a right angle triangle. Right. So here we know this side, which is the hypotenuse. We're trying to find the opposite side. We have to use sine. So basically, sine of the angle of 65 degrees is equal to S over 164. It is given to us by the question. So S will be 164 times sine of 65. That will be 148.6. That will be your shortest distance from C to the road XY. That will be question number 9. Question number 10, we have A, P equal to 1 minus 3, Q equal to minus 2, 0. Find first one, magnitude of P. Pretty easy. So that will be square root of the first one square plus the minus 3 square. That will be 1 plus 9, which is square root of 10. That will be your answer for part 1. Now for part 2, draw and label the vector P minus Q. So P is given by 1 minus 3, minus Q is minus 2, 0. That will be 1 minus 2 will be 3 minus 3. So let's draw 3 minus 3. So let's start here. For example, you can start anywhere if you want to. So 1. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this to here. So that will be your vector P, basically P minus Q. In this direction, 3 minus 3. Now the vector R is shown in the unit grid below. This is your vector R. So what is the vector R? Let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 4 to the left. Left is minus. And to the bottom, it is minus 6. Now you have to find the value of A and B such that it is fulfills this equation. So what is the equation again? It is R, which is minus 4 minus 6 equal to A, we don't know. P, it is given to us as 1 minus 3 plus B, and Q is given as minus 2, 0. Now if you expand this, you will have minus 4 equal to A minus 2B, and we have minus 6 equal to minus 3A. So from this we know A is equal to 2, and we have this one here, minus 4 equal to A, which is 2, minus 2 B. So 2B will be 6, B will be 3. So value of A is 2 and B will be 3. That is part 1. Now moving on to part B, we have these two triangles, triangle A and triangle B. So part 1, describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. So since you see the sides have changed, it has to be an enlargement. So now to find the center of enlargement, you have to join the corresponding point. So this point became this point, and this one became this one. So in this case, the center of enlargement is this point. So let's write this down. It is an enlargement with scale factor. So what is the scale factor here? Since you can see that it is opposite of this center, you have to be negative, but the scale factor is 1. So this was 2, 1, 2, became 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is minus 2. And center, it will be 3, 1. So whenever your enlargement is on the other side of the center, it has to be negative, the scale factor. Now part 2, the transformation represented by this matrix maps A onto C. Find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle C. So pretty easy, as you know. We do matrix times object equal to image. So matrix is 1, 0, 0, 2 times object is A. What are the points of A? We have this 5, 2, 5, 3, and 7, 2. So let's solve. You will have what? So that will be 5, 5, and 7. And here you will have 4, 6, and 4. So this will be the points. So 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. So now describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto C. So if you don't know this matrix already, you can always draw on the diagram and find out the answer. So let's see, what do we have? We have 5, 4, so 5, 4 will be here, 5, 6 will be here, and we have 7, 4, that will be here. So as you can see, this one has been kind of stretched upside of the triangle. You see the triangle C. So if you count 1, 2, now it is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one was 1, 2, 3. Now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see here, it is a stretch with stretch factor 2 and with x-axis as the invariant line. So that is your answer for part B. Moving on to question number 11. Imran drives a distance of 180 km on a business trip. So that is the distance traveled. He drives the first 100 km at an average speed of x km per hour. He drives at an average speed of 5 km slower, which is 100 minus, speed is x minus 5 slower km per hour. That's the speed slower for the remainder of the journey. Remainder will be 80 km. Right. Now part 1, find in terms of x an expression for the time taken in hours for the first 100 km. As you know, speed is equal to distance by time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 100 divided by speed, which is x. So 100 over x. Now for part B, given that the journey takes a total of 2 hours and a half, which is 2 and a half, which is 5 over 2 hours, form an equation in terms of x and show it simplifies to this. So pretty easy. The first 100 was this. Now for the rest was 80, and the speed was x minus 5. It needs to equal to 5 over 2 according to this question. Now we need to simplify. First simplify the left hand side. Let's find the LCM. You will do this times this, so this times this, and then we cross multiply. So this will be 100 x minus 5 plus 80 x equal to 5 over 2. So let's first simplify this part. We will have 100x plus 80, that will be 180x minus 500 over x squared minus 5x equal to 5 over 2. Now we cross multiply, you will have 360x minus 1000 equal to 5x squared minus 25x. So let's simplify this. You will have 5x squared, and then if you bring this over here, you will have minus 25 minus 360. You will have minus 385x, and then plus 1000. Now we can divide by 5 everywhere. Divide by 5, you have x squared minus, so 385 divided by 5, that will be 77. And this will be 200 equal to 0. So shown as required. Now moving on to part C, solve the equation, this giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So 1, A is 1, B is minus 77, C is 200. So x will be what? X is equal to minus B plus minus B squared minus 4 times A times C. Now divide by 2A, which is 2. So let's simplify. What is inside the square root? Minus 4, 1 times So 77 plus minus square root of 5129 divided by 2. So let's find one by one. So let's first find the minus answer. 77 minus square root of 5129 divided by 2. That will be 2.69, and x can also be 77 plus square root of 5129 divided by 2. That will be 74.3. So x can be 2.69 or 74.3. So 2 decimal place, that will be 3.1. Sorry, 3.1. Okay, that will be part C. Now part D, it tells you that which of the solutions in part C represent the speed for the first 100k of inbound strip. So it will be 74.31, because the reason why is because if you see, it tells you here that on the remaining of the journey, it is 5 km slower. So if you do x minus 5, if you take this answer, it will be negative. That's why. Because give a reason, because basically x minus 5 will be negative if x equal to the other answer, 2.69. That's why. Now part E, find the difference between the times taken for the first and the second parts of the journey. So time taken for the first part, we know that it is 100 divided by 74.31, and then minus the other part will be 80 divided by x minus 5, so 74.31 minus 5. So let's see what we have. So 100 over 74.31 minus 80 over 74.31 minus 5. That will be 0.19, so 0.19147. That is in terms of hours. You times 60, that will be times 60, 11.4887 minutes. Now the question is correct to the nearest minute. That will be 11 minutes. That will be question number 11. So that is the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.